Hi, welcome to week 2. This week you will go through an introduction to short story, the form, which will include some reading from your textbook. If you haven't gotten that yet, the textbook is going to be really important for you. In addition to that, I have provided a content page that has a series of videos and links to articles about the form of short story. This will culminate this week in a quiz on the short story form. That said, the quiz does require you to have both read and watched all of the videos and gone through all of the resources that are provided for you to do well on that quiz. I encourage you to do the reading, watch the videos, take notes, study through those before taking the quiz. You will have one attempt at the quiz, but it's untimed, which means you can certainly reference your notes, your textbook, the videos, the articles, whatever is there to help you come up with the right answers. I think you'll find this week enjoyable. I know that some of you are probably students who enjoy more genre writing, or you really look more at novel or poetry or maybe even creative nonfiction. But short story is really nice because it requires you to really consider a character-driven story that is complicated and that you're really focusing in on the craft of your language. I think this is going to be a fun set of weeks for you, so that you know a little bit of a look ahead. In week 3, you will be analyzing 3 short stories from the textbook. And then the week after that, in week 4, you will submit your own original short story between 500 and 1,500 words in length. I want you to know now that that is something that's coming up. There aren't a whole lot of guidelines based on what you can or cannot do in that assignment, with the exception of the word count must be between 500 and 1,500 words, and it must be literary fiction rather than genre fiction, which means it's not going to be sci-fi, horror, fantasy, anything like that. We're going to stick with literary fiction this term. But aside from those couple of guidelines, if you wanted to go ahead and get started, you certainly can. It's also worth noting that once you complete each module, you get access to the next module for these 3 weeks. So once you get done with your quiz for this week, if you do that early, then you will gain access to the week 3 module. Once you complete the work for that, you will have access to the week 4 module. So if you're a student who likes to work ahead, take advantage of the fact that this 3-week unit is open for you, and to some extent you can get ahead. So I encourage you, feel free to do that. Also, if you need my help as you're working on your short story quiz this week, or your analysis next week, or the week after that when you're providing feedback and writing your very own short story, please reach out to me.